Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't know if my audio is as clear because it's a bit windy, but that aside, oh, we have a guest. Augie.
No, that boy.
I know he's doing that because he wants to play with her. Again, this is my second attempt trying to take a video here at the park. It's quite noisy because there are a lot of kids and the wind and everything combined. It's golden hour. And after so long, we actually got dressed to go out somewhere. I mean, after so long means after 14 days, as you all know. There's quite a bit of tension going on here in the GCC region, and since we live in UAE, we are also affected by it, but things have actually calmed down quite a bit. It's been, I think, around 2 to 3 days. A few things that actually helped me calm down were...
Your husband?
Obviously, 100%. He tried a lot to keep us, both me and Augie, calm, and it worked to an extent. It took me a little bit of time to accept how things are and also trust the government, because the government here is doing a fantastic job at making sure that the people here are safe. Even like the most minute details, like the tone for the alerts, they're actually quite scary, more than the interceptions in itself. So what they did is, so you get two alerts, okay? Once during the time of the interception, or when they kind of have an idea, okay, we are going to intercept a few missiles, be ready, be away from the doors and the windows, and be in a safe spot. And then there's a second alert that comes when it tries to tell you that things are quite good here and you can get back to your normal activities, but with caution. So it's like a thank you for your cooperation sort of an alert. But that alert also comes with this alarming tone, which is like a hazard alert sort of a tone. It's like that tune. Almost everyone by this point who follows the news would know how it sounds. So taking into consideration that people are getting spooked by the alert sounds, what they did is 9 a.m. I think, okay, if I'm wrong, please forgive me, but I think 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. in the night, the alert sounds for the interceptions, that is when the interception is going to happen, the alert sounds going to be where that one, and the thank you for your cooperation will just be a ting, okay, which is great. It's like just your message notification. And at night, 9:30 p.m. to 9:30 a.m. in the night, till the next day, both the alerts are going to be just tings, because we're trying to sleep and the alert comes and then you're awake for the rest of the night thinking, okay, what do I do? You're spooked. But these are the smallest, the minute things that the government here has taken into consideration to make sure that the people are calm. I've been following geopolitics for quite a while now, but until and unless it comes knocking at your door, you're not going to take it as serious as you think. And I'm glad that family at home in India are safe. All of that's great, but at the same time, when it's just you who's getting affected by it, and then you see a lot of people on the internet, like your friends and your family and all, living normal lives and putting stories about it, feels very alien. You can't relate to it, because at the moment you're scared for your own security and your safety. Now, I'm not going to get too much into details about the updates and the news and what's happening in the world, because everybody has different perspectives, and if I'm not aligning with your certain perspective, things could go south. So I'm not going to comment on it, but I have a very clear point of view, a clear stand that I stay true to. I just wanted to come back and start vlogging again and start posting content again, because life still has to go on. I think for the time being, I am going to try and post content and get back to doing collabs and all of that. So yeah, I felt like this was a very much needed video for me to do before I just randomly start posting again, because that wouldn't make sense. It's not like things are fully all right. There are tensions everywhere, but like I said, life has to go on. That aside, the plans for today is spend some more time at the park, because Augie is right now inside the dog park. He's playing, we're sitting outside soaking in the sun and just letting him have his own space. alerts could come anytime, and all that it means is that to be in a safe spot, to make sure that you're safe. And again, like the government's guideline says, to not take videos or photos of all of these missile interceptions happening, or the debris on the ground and things like that, and because that could potentially cause a lot more fear, instilling a lot more fear into the public. With that in mind, we will go to Mina Port for having pizza, because tomorrow is Mr. Albie Jacob's birthday. He's turning 13 tomorrow. So 13, I didn't say the real number. 13. So he's turning 13. He's going to be a teenager tomorrow. So we are going to have pizza. He loves pizza. And after that, maybe gelato. We'll see. So yep, we'll catch you there at Mina, at Marmalata. And I'll show you some of our bite shots. Alright, so we have gotten into the car and dropped our buggies. Now we are on the way to the Mina port. But before that, I forgot to add a few points, and I felt like it would be necessary for me to mention it, because I don't want this to sound, or anything that I said before, to sound shallow, like I do not know the gravity of the situation. I am very well aware. But at the same time, even if we had the option to, travel right now to India until things calm down, it is close to impossible. That's another thing that I wanted to mention. Basically, we have a dog, right? We have Augie. And at the moment, even though there are commercial flights that are flying, it does not currently have the capacity to have a lot of the operations that generally a flight has, right? The first priority right now is to safely be able to deport or whatever, get people across from the UAE or the GCC to other countries, right? So with that in question, to move or to travel right now or to relocate right now with our pet, we've tried, okay? We've actually contacted a few relocation agencies and gotten information on the documentation and the paperwork that you need to do in order to relocate with your pet. And all of that is not the most concerning part. The most concerning part is the travel in itself. To travel with your pet in flight is a task if you choose to do it in cabin, because not a lot of flights have the option to travel with your pet in cabin, and the ones that do have the option have very limited number of slots, plus the expense behind it. Let's keep that aside as well. Even if you keep the money aside, we're not able to get in touch with any of these airlines, because at the moment they're only trying to cater to people who are traveling within 48 hours. So it's a gamble, and you're not technically supposed to book the flight without knowing if the said airline, that particular flight flying at that particular time, has a pet slot available, because they're just going to tell you, we never told you that there's a pet slot available, so it's on you. So
because the document it turns.
Yeah, also one of the documents, which is the not one, so there are two main important documents, which is an export permit and an import permit. Both of these documents require you to mention the port of exit and the port of entry, that is from which airport you're flying out and to which airport you're flying in. And say by some chance the flights get cancelled or due to other reasons beyond your control, you do not get to fly that certain day, that means all of these permits are invalid. You have to reissue these permits, you have to reapply, you have to pay the same amount again. These permits are also not as inexpensive as you think. They're also quite expensive. So all in all, it is a very tough task for pet parents to travel with their pets. And again, pet parents alone cannot do this process by themselves, because you need to have I'm not getting into all of that. It does not look like something that you yourself can do, unless again you hold certain licenses. I don't understand why the whole process has to be so tough and tedious and time consuming, when you should just be able to book a flight, have your dog's vaccination records to be up to date, and just fly out with them. So I felt like I should mention these points as well. Anything you wanted to mention? No. nada. Alright. So we'll catch you at
Food.
the cafe. Yes. Alright. Bye, friends. Alright, so we just finished having the pizza and got a cookie as well. Usually it's like so crowded you would have to like navigate your way through this place, but I can enjoy this as well. That's the view on the opposite side. What is it on the opposite side? Is it the sea?
Yep.
Okay, that's the sea view. Where do we go next?
We'll check the place. After that, we go for shisha.
Okay, see you, friends. Bye. Wow, it looks so beautiful, the lights. So today, after a successful outing, we have decided to go back home. And it's not that late, it's only 8 in the night. So we thought we'll go back home, watch a movie or something. So good night, that's all for today. Catch you another day.